spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will have the football first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
They'll run play action. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles looking to convert on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB.
Touchdown, Knowles! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one up.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Coleman.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gonna look downfield again. He makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Here's the handoff. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Grimes. That's caught. It's Gibson. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete. At the 45 on its way. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Clemson jumps to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Throws to the tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Fox. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air, it's Grimes. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown Seminoles. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Cincinnati.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg and rolling out. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Tigers in the hurry-up. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Got a man, it's Lott. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Grimes. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 35, he's got room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. The field goal is no good. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth. A cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Clemson Tigers. EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Noles will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clemson is quick to the line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. first one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Now sliding to his left. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Complete to start this drive. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking for a man. It's Grimes. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Might as well stick with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Turns it loose deep. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clemson jumps to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's...
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Fires one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Quick strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's locked. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. That thing... for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He'll try to take it back.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he will score! Touchdown, Noles! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Brown. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Clemson is quick to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Takes the easy one to the back. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Cincinnati. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
On the run, it's Singleton.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Noles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pressure gets home, and the quarterback is sacked. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think this is insult on top of injury. I think it's going to go against the... They'll give it to the back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Gibson.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Under fire. Touchdown Seminoles. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And he tacked on the extra point. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Gibson.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Shotgun snap on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's locked. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Trying play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back up, trying to get that offensive spear flaming. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Rides the back on the option, the give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker is Lott. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tiger! And what a... advances this defense, gets the pick 6. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Speeding down the left side. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Rigs a tackle, and he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Noles! How about
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will... Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And now the ball is knocked free. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Big plays on special teams always ignite the fans. Everybody gets jacked up. It gives you a little shot in the arm. And a lot of times offensive coordinators want to take advantage.
Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. To the ground with the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd that you're trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
Touchdown Seminoles! Fitted in the window for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. He was looking for more running room, but none. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time he's got it. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Lost to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over Boise State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time, because, again, he saw a beautiful... to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Unloads quickly. Makes him talk to the hand. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protect.
A shot toward the end zone. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop them on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
That's how you end a football game. Nice job. You put the ball in your best player's hand. Let him go make a play. I know he runs out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. This ball game is over.
Play action on first down. Fires to the right. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The give on the option. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.